Hello, this is Ray Lemaitre from Light Reading for Orb TV. We're at Mobile World Congress 2018 in Barcelona. I'm here with Didier Duriez from Orange Business Services. Didier, good to see you again. Thanks for coming along.
My pleasure.
So I hope the show is treating you well. It's day 3 of the show, but so only a little while to go yet. But this 5G is the big sort of talking point in IoT here, but let's talk about something else, provide a break from that. The SD-WAN market has really taken off in the last year or so, and obviously Orange Business Services is playing a significant role in that market. Can you just tell us a little bit about the trends in SD-WAN, how that's evolving, and what customers are looking for?
Okay, well, maybe I will start by the customer. What they are looking for tends to be a mix of course, getting better prices, better efficiency, economic efficiency for the services, the bandwidth, or whatever. Also get access to the benefits of the SD-WAN, like the analytics, the capability to have a better view of the application performance over the network and stuff like that. So it's a mix of both. And what's happening, I mean, we've seen a lot of things in this market, a lot of new players, at the same time consolidation, with VeloCloud being purchased by VMware and Viptela by Cisco. So for us, we had to make a choice. We have, of course, for historical reason, a huge install base with Cisco, not only, but mostly Cisco. We have a huge install base with Riverbed, which is also a player very active in the SD-WAN area. And had some very good performance evaluation from the InfoVista and a couple of niche players. So bottom line, we made a choice. We have to make a choice because there are so many interesting offers on the market, and we decided to go Viptela.
Okay. And is that opening up new service opportunities for Orange, but also new opportunities for the customers to do new things themselves?
Absolutely. In fact, with SD-WAN, we start really thinking the network as a platform. And the capability it offers is you could, for instance, provide hub capabilities, provided you have all the multi-tenant things on the SD-WAN capabilities, which is arriving as we speak. So they are not only an improvement on the old services, taking more benefit of the availability of internet, of the classical MPLS still, and maybe private lines, and all the wireless connection, which is very important. But at the same time, it also provides a different way to look at the network, which is more becoming a platform providing services. We're getting close, not yet there. We're getting close from the network as a service, the intent-based networking, all those very interesting things that will happen in the next few years.
Okay. And I hear a lot about, companies are saying there is great demand. A lot of companies are not only have a strategy, but are investing and deploying SD-WAN capabilities. Is that true from the Orange perspective? Are you actually seeing customers moving to this now already?
First, we have seen for the past few years a lot of hybrid networking areas where people had both private MPLS and internet-based offers. And we see SD-WAN. What happens, and I think it has to do with the richness of the offer right now, many customers are asking us proof of concepts. It has always been the case, the famous POCs, but we see a number of POCs. And several of the customers, out of France, our customers are essentially the multinational companies, and they have them POCs with 2 suppliers, not very rare, because they understand the beauty, but they want to test, they want to see what is really in there for them. So capitalizing on hybrid, they are willing to go SD-WAN. Very often, they decide to go for POCs before making a decision. But it's becoming very real and very, very passionate.
Okay. So in many ways, SD-WAN, an evolution of the cloud and increasingly the automation strategies of companies. What are the other key trends in terms of cloud services? I mean, is unified communications finally coming of age?
It is. I mean, unified communication, we see more and more very compelling offer. We also see some big move on this market, like Cisco taking over BroadSoft. It will make an interesting animal once it is totally digested. But if you think about it, they will come into a market where you see companies like the 8x8, the RingCentral, and the BroadSoft in the past developing a lot of great things. So and we see customers more than in the past interested about the usage. Question being not that much, okay, I want that function from my telephony over IP or whatever, is my usage. I want to use this workspace, I want to use, how do you, service provider, probably service integrators as well, help me with all the richness of the offer that exists today to ensure the usage, the experience of my employees, the experience of my customers is unique.
Right.
Big evolution. Big
Okay.
evolution.
And so is that something you're developing as services, professional services, advising companies on how to take advantage of these opportunities?
Absolutely. Again, depends of which theaters. Out of France, we are essentially on multinational. In France, we have a lot of activity, consulting activity, to help customer make their own choice, decide what is really good for them. That's one of the beauty, but also handicap of the current richness of the offer, is that there are so many things that there is no obvious advantage for most of the customers for one supplier or the other supplier. So it's our role as well, as part of the network platform we are, to help them, guiding them, depending what their use case really is.
Okay. And so what's the next big thing for Orange Business Services in 2018? What can we expect to see, the next big trend?
Next big trend, I mean, we've been through that mostly for the fix. Of course, there are things happening a lot. I mean, as you said, we are being brainwashed here with all the 5G and everything, but that's very real. I mean, if you talk to some suppliers, I mean, I don't know if I can name some, but Samsung, I mean, they have already the home router, which is 5G enabled. So if you think about it, we are not that far away from the time where you could get rid of the Wi-Fi, because you would have the 5G home router with all the slicing already available in your campus, in your office. That will drastically change the picture.
That's a very interesting proposition, and likely to scare a lot of the companies who are now investing in meshed Wi-Fi, for example. But as ever, I think new capabilities come along, and it looks like it might wipe everything else, but everything finds its place and things sit side by side, don't they?
Absolutely.
Usually?
Absolutely. The other big trend that we see, you talked about cloud. It's true that most of our customers today are taking their products, their IT, their computing power, their storage from the cloud. But what happens? We see a huge increase on the number of cloud providers they use in average.
Right.
Of course, the big GAFAs, maybe sometimes the Alibaba for those which are more in Asia.
Yeah.
But we see a trend where they also realize that maybe the business model offered by the big GAFAs may or may not be 100% in line with what they want. So we see a reverse trend where they redevelop sort of a private cloud. And what it tells us is both to help them on this cloud selection over the top of the cloud, if I may say so, but also from a networking standpoint to think our network in order we are close from the best access point of those clouds, both the private, both the big GAFAs and the hyperscalers. So big evolution, and SD-WAN is also a key area to help us in this and serve the customers in this type of evolution. 2018 would be an interesting year.
So hybrid is the future then, that's really the big message in many ways.
Hybrid, yeah, I would say hybrid is there, will be in the future, but the potential of hybrid is being released by all the evolution of SD-WAN, and what comes next, the real fully virtualized network, intent-based networking, which is more something we'll talk about next year.
Okay, great. Well, I look forward to that, Didier. Thank you very much for coming
Ray.
back.
Thank you very much for the opportunity.
Thank you. So this has been Didier Duriez from Orange Business Services. I'm Ray Lemaitre from Light Reading, and this is Orb TV.